OG, I throw up the plate, and then he go get the cake. Then we link up with the gang, gang, gang. OG, I throw up the plate, and then he go get the cake. Then we link up with the gang, gang, gang. OG, I throw up the plate, and then he go get the cake. Then we link up with the gang, gang, gang. OG, I throw up the plate, and then he go get the cake. Then we link up with the gang, gang, gang. OG, I draw up the plate. Niggas don't know what to think. Thought I get money, you change. What you thought we was the same? Still stay away from them clones. Niggas better leave me alone. Talking about niggas is low. Run with niggas who don't know you. Whoa, I make that zagging when city to city. You niggas not hot in your state. If it was money to get a hit Henny, we get it and never complain. Same go for the gang, and we split it up all the same. I can't really eat, let's stay straight, cause we go way back in the day. My day ones from back in the day, they still hang around me today. You wanna come round us, you can't. I'm rolling up loud, it's great. Lil' mama, she bad but complain, cause I'm too in love with my dreams. And I gotta get on the plane, and go get this money with them. I draw up the plate, and then he go get the cake. Then we link up with the gang, gang, gang. OG, I draw up the plate, and then he go get the cake. Then we link up with the gang, gang, gang. OG, I draw up the plate, and then he go get the cake. Then we link up with the gang, gang, gang. OG, I draw up the plate, and then he go get the cake. Then we link up with the gang, gang, gang.
I get the bag with the gang, taking that Zach to the bank. Henny be all in my drink. You niggas is stupid, you think that should change? You not even hot in your gang. Ain't nothing even hot about your gang. You niggas be lying about same. Be posting them pictures of guns for the fame. Niggas just look at me different now. Say that's your man, but he a clown. But fuck around with the fuck arounds. Little nigga, you should cut it out. Me and my niggas take different routes. Punch a bitch nigga all in his mouth. Hold up my nigga, we different now. I need a Robert, this is my style. I get a check today, I spent it all tomorrow. I get a bitch today, she probably a foreign model. I get a check today, I spent it all tomorrow. I'm with my gang today, tomorrow never promise.
OG, I draw up the plate, and then he go get the cake. Then we link up with the gang, gang, gang. OG, I draw up the plate, and then he go get the cake. Then we link up with the gang, gang, gang. OG, I draw up the plate, and then he go get the cake. Then we link up with the gang, gang, gang. OG, I draw up the plate, and then he go get the cake. Then we link up with the gang, gang, gang.
I think I'm cute, I know I'm sexy. I've got the look that drives the girls, while I got the moves that really move them. I send chills up and down their spines. I'm just a sexy boy, I'm not your boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy, I'm not your boy toy. Let's go. I make them hot, I make them shiver. Things get weak whenever I'm around. They see me walk, they hear me talk. I make them feel like they're right now. I'm just a sexy boy, I'm not your boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy, I'm not your boy toy. That might flip those. Hands off the merchandise. I'm just a sexy boy, I'm not your boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy, I'm not your boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy, I'm not your boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy, I'm not your boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy. Boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. Welcome everybody to another edition of the Pocket Locker Podcast. I am your host with the most, all the way from the East Coast. And as always, folks, I am in airplane mode. All right, we got a little quick show lined up for you. We won't be before you too long this evening. It is Royal Rumble Day. That is right. At 8 p.m., we will be watching the WWE Royal Rumble. And all you got to do is be one of the cool kids. All you got to do is be a member, link up with the gang and gather at the arena, and you can watch the pay-per-view. You can watch the pay-per-view for free. But look, we're going to have to do this quickly so we can get the hell up out of here. We are at the Flying Man Cafe. So if you want to call in, go ahead and call in that way. I'm not going to be playing a whole lot of footage. It's going to be more of a waxing type day. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into our communion. Please raise your glasses and hold on to your asses. Through him, with him, in the unity of the flying man. All glory and honor is yours who flight for our sins forever and ever. You may drink. And for our communion song, let's go ahead and hit it off with a little bit of that OG Roddy.
Whoa. They played us. Yeah.
What?
You see, it's funny though.
What
see
happened?
how everything
What happened? I don't know what happened. I'm scared. I'm nervous. Switching it up. Going to Foy Vance.
And he's going to play us out. Foy, you're going to play what to finish us up?
Do you know what? I don't know the name of this song,
Instrumental.
actually, but I know the song, and so will you.
Oh, look forward.
Shout out to OG Roddy though. I heard a whisper in the wind that actually OG Roddy had lunch with my mother today. Y'all know, some of y'all know my mom just bought a house. She just built the house. Really had a house built back in New Jersey for her and my grandparents. So she said she hadn't seen OG Roddy. That's her nephew since before the pandemic. So I was glad to hear they had a good lunch today.
This Foy Vance, take it away.
My mom's cousin Peaches. What's up, fam? I told you, me and OG Roddy ain't cousins. We really cousins.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You wanna be where you can see troubles are all the same. You wanna go where everybody knows your name. Well, all those nights when you got no lights and the check is in the mail, and your little angel on the counter by its tail. Your third fiance didn't show. Well, sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name.
I gotta look at the trees first.
And you're always glad they came. You wanna be where you can see troubles are all the same. You wanna go where everybody knows your name.
Alright, got Caterpillar second, thank you.
Well, you get out of bed and the coffee's dead. The morning isn't looking bright. You shrink right off to Europe and he doesn't even write. Your girlfriend says she's not a girl. Be glad there's one place in the world where everybody knows your name. And they're always glad you came. You wanna be where you can see troubles are all the same. You wanna go where everybody knows your name. You wanna be where you can see troubles are all the same. You wanna go where everybody knows your name.
Cameron Bennett fourth.
Boy, Vance. Most common word coming in by text, boy, is goosebumps. Believe it or not, we've had that repeatedly across a whole series. If you want to see Foy Vance's...
Alright, gang. Wear and gather, like I said. If you want to come link up with us, the link is pinned in the description. I guess I could go ahead and put it in the chat in case somebody wants to call in. It'll be a little bit easier to find. All right. Let's see how these cameras are doing. In the city with the gas roll for you. Oh no. It's not too bad. All right, so yeah, here's I'm gonna just tell y'all what happened from my perspective and keep it all the way a buck, and then we gonna talk about what happened. So basically, I thought we was having us a good little time in Nate's stream earlier. Haven't seen Nate in a while. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna lie to you, I thought Nate deleted his channel or whatever. But you know, I rolled through. He was reviewing the situation with, oh Lord, Professor Falk and his very sexist comments against Francesca Stravakopoulos. I'm not saying that right. So fine, you know, we're all in there chilling. And fuckface Doug rolls through, and like at first I called him out, like, because he rolled up like, oh, sorry, I wasn't feeling well. I missed all the drama this week. Could you go over like this thing from the beginning, like? And I'm sitting there thinking like, bruh, like, where have you been? Like, this man just
idiot or willful piece of
yeah, this man just did a whole stream. Like, how you gonna roll up in here like, oh, Doug arrived, let's do it all over again? And so I put some shit in the chat like, yeah, why don't we start all over? Because racist Doug wants us to, whatever. I don't even remember. And fine. Doug paid me no mind, and Nate didn't either. And then started rolling through. So I made another comment like, oh, I noticed how Nate and Doug ignored me calling out racist Doug. So Nate paid attention, that's fine. And then, like, look, I'm going to just be 100 with y'all. I just can't. Like, I can't. I'm not here to make people like Doug comfortable. I'm really not. And it's really does bother me that we're gonna sit up here and do this whole stream shaming somebody for being sexist, which now just feels like virtue signaling, because as soon as, fuckface Doug comes through, many bigoted opinions as he has, we're just gonna be like, oh, Doug, good to see you. Hey, fucking PineCreek's here. Like, no. Nope. No. Like, I'm sorry. You don't get to just make content that goes out of its way to be harmful to people, to just be on the wrong side of every social issue because, it gets your rocks off. And then I'm obligated to try to, like, get chummy with you. And it's what I said, it's a PineCreek problem. And honestly, y'all, like, I'm just at a point where it's like, look, y'all can have them. Y'all can have them. Like, I just don't care about these channels anymore. Like, it's like, y'all can have them. Just, you have Doug, have the PineCreeks of the world. Just have your little safe spaces to be, I don't know, whatever weird thing this is. But I'm sick of feeling like I'm honey trapped constantly. Like, oh, hey, let's all show up and, throw down on fighting back against bigotry against this doctor, but then just literally like, oh, we're not going to call out the bigots. And like, fine. But then I did, and then I went off on Jerome because Jerome shows up and basically said some shit to me like, oh, well, I thought that was when Doug's, racist thing around the midterms, I thought that was great. That was really good entertainment. I got a lot of good content of that. I was like, Jerome, you can go fuck yourself. Like, number one, Jerome's literally just constantly always choking me, and he can't not poke the bear. And it's like, be anti-racist or shut the fuck up. I'm sick of having to not notice that people are constantly coming at me for calling certain people out, but they're never calling those people out. It's just old. It's just like, okay, cool. I got better shit to do with my time. Because these are not well-intentioned people. We're not having well-intentioned conversation anymore. I feel like I'm back in high school, and it's just all about, where you are at in the fucking totem pole social hierarchy of, content creators. And if you're, like, if you're somebody like Doug and you're one of us because you're an atheist or whatever the fuck, we just ignore your shit and it doesn't fucking matter, and it pisses me off. And then it's like the fact that I gotta be a target because I'm not comfortable with the shit because I won't go along with it. It gets sick of making myself a subject for abuse because I'm trying to call out abusive people. Clearly, I'm in a community that doesn't want to call out the abusive people. I get it. Message received. I see the writing on the wall. I read it. Oh shit, I was fucked up. Y'all had me fooled with the painting, right? The painting on the outside was all about humanism and inclusivity and fucking critical thinking, and we was gonna find a space for everybody and all of this shit. But I got up inside this motherfucker, and the writings on the wall was clearly like, oh no, it's just status quo all day, every day. Cool, sorry, I misread the situation, my bad, I'm out. Cool, I'm gonna head out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because then I had random motherfuckers literally like that I've never even talked to pulling the PineCreek they were literally like PineCreek sock puppets, asking me for what particular instances and things Doug said that I had a problem with. And I'm sitting there like, motherfucker, like, if you don't know the situation, how the fuck is that a me problem? I'm literally like, go check out his stuff, especially his PineCreek Politics channel. It's all right there. What do I get in response? Oh, yeah, well, apparently you're not going to be able to appease Dr. Bundy if you're not willing to subject yourself, if you're not willing to go back and rewatch all the PineCreek's content. Did I say that? You don't got to rewatch his content, nigga. You could peruse, you could skim read, so to speak. You could get the cliff notes on the niggas' thumbnails and get the picture. But again, it's my fault for noticing and calling out what they see every day and apparently just don't have anything to say about. And again, it's like everybody do me a favor. List in your head right now the top 3 news stories in the world right now. Go ahead, do it. You don't got to put them in chat. Just list them in your head. Top 3 news stories in right now. Okay. Did anybody's not mention the young black man just got his ass beat to death by the police? Black police at that. Like, again, there's no context. It never matters what's going on in the world today. It's like, okay, cool. I get it. We just gonna be having all of this shit in the news, and then we have literally motherfucking weaponized motherfuckers amongst our midst, and we ain't gonna call out the motherfuckers in our neighborhood. Y'all got me fucked up. And I'm just tired of acting like I'm not supposed to notice that people are coming at me instead of coming at the motherfuckers that start the problems. And then let's speak to this too. Like, to be honest, Nate really didn't have a lot to do with it. It was sort of like Jerome trying to trigger me in the side chat because he's got to lick Doug's booty hole compulsively, apparently. Just, I don't know. And then the motherfucker's always trying to act like he's a supporter of mine. Like, he's always like, Jay, you got me fucked up. Jay, I like you. I'm such a huge fan. I really support almost everything you say. We just have these final disagreements about these 2 or 3 things. And he always lists things that we actually, I don't even know that we have disagreements about. Like, I don't care. Like, he literally mentions shit that doesn't matter because he can't be honest about why I don't like him. I'm just like, y'all, like, I give up. Like, it's just certain things where you're like, again, we're not having the same conversation. We're not on the same page. Like, and then you get it. You're like, okay, this is what people want. They don't really want it. Like, you know, they want to go like, can we find an apologist to pick on? Oh, cool. Well, is there an apologist that we can pick on that'll also make it look like we've got great social values and we're really concerned about progressive issues? Yeah, oh, that's great. That's wonderful. Ooh, do we have to be like consistent in our own community about that? Ooh, that's not comfortable. Ooh, I don't want to do that. Like, people might not like me. I might not be as popular. Like, I don't know, yeah, I'm not with that. So gets your certified J Bundy strawman action figure. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, and then Jerome basically tried to pull some shit. Like, I've been dealing with Jerome this whole time, and Jerome ain't never tried to have an actual conversation with me. And now all of a sudden he goes, "Oh, I'd be willing to have a debate with you about that." I was like, Jerome, cool, let's talk today then. Let's talk today. Let's talk right now. Oh no, well, I'm out of the country, and I wouldn't want to do that around the people I'm with. It would have to wait at least a month. No, you got plenty of time to be calling me out and trolling me every single day. So you can't set some time aside? Like, please, not with it. Bunch of BS. Not with it. And it's what I'm saying. Like I really don't even try to be going at people, y'all. Like, the shit I be laying out in these chats, y'all, is basic shit. is so elementary. It's so 101. It's a live chat. You're limited to like 200 comments. You're on somebody else's channel. You're just, hanging out with the gang in the live chat, lightly calling out the fuck faces. Oh man, if it's like I don't even have the space or time to go into the depths of the problems with what I see going on in this community. It's really tragic, actually. And I think it is something that makes me sensitive. I guess like I don't have any problem being like a sensitive person. I don't understand where this culture comes from, where I'm literally being vulnerable enough for people to be like, yeah, you just did this thing and it offended me, homie. Like I've literally said to people like, you hurt my feelings. Like what's the problem? What's the problem? And they don't seem to notice the issues with then attacking me and criticizing me for being upset about the harmful shit people do. And the funny shit is, what happens when our voices aren't there? What happens when our voices aren't heard? What's their excuse then? Oh, well, nobody seemed to have a problem with it. Everybody said it was good to go. Oh, nobody called them out for it. I don't see what the problem is. Okay, well now look, you have somebody amongst your midst who's willing to call this shit out and be like, yo, this right here, that's a problem. And then look what y'all do. Just nonstop victim blaming. Again, like I hate to call people on their fucking bluff, but I've multiple times I was the only black kid in an all-white school. I went to Penn State University, dog. One of the whitest of the whitest places. You got my PhD at Michigan State. Literally probably the only black grad student I can even remember encountering in my department. Probably the only black kid there too. Me and Nkrumah was two black guys in the same lab. He's not even African American technically, and we're like the only two black people in both of our programs, and we're in the same lab, but we're not even in the same program. So really? Motherfuckers think I got to where I'm at in life because I'm super sensitive to race, because some racial shit happens or somebody says something racially insensitive and my whole world falls apart. I can't even breathe. Are you serious? You really think that's what's up? No, you're just getting called out and held to task by some motherfuckers who are not going to lick your booty hole, who don't know you from Adam, don't have a reason to not call you out, and really don't give a shit how you feel about it. So imagine who's really the snowflake. Motherfuckers get called to task. They get held to the standard of adulthood one time, and their whole shit breaks, and then it's gang warfare. They got like them, all their sock puppets, all the trolls just jumping on you. Literally motherfuckers I never even heard of, names I never seen in no chat ever in my life coming at me today. To do what? To stick up for Doug? Are y'all not seeing the problem here? You want to call me about receipt? Nigga, how about you go see if the nigga Doug, whose booty hole you're licking on repeat, is actually who the fuck I say he is. As though if I'm not willing to be like, oh, well, on November 23rd, 2022, at exactly 3 hours and 47 minutes into Doug's stream, he said this. And then at 4 minutes and 30 on his stream from December 27th, he said this. And by the way, the funny thing is, it's fucking Doug. Like I said, just go look at his stream. He has a whole channel where he doesn't do anything but trigger people. So again, it's just like, imagine. But again, y'all, you're not going to make progress in these situations. The situation isn't going anywhere because you're dealing with people who already know they've lost the game. And now this is their shit. And you can't really, like, what it comes down to at the end of the day is that the way we use YouTube is basically a form of social media, right? And so there's no regulation. I mean, it's the same thing that we deal with apologists, with creationists. There's no pushback, there's no feedback, there's no actual accountability. So it just doesn't matter at the end of the day. Like when you get these people who just want to poke at you because you're trying to call out somebody else's hateful behavior, it just is what it is. Like you just have to see it for what it is. You're not gonna win them over. I'm not gonna have an argument about it. I'm not gonna invite them onto my channel so we can have a 4-hour debate so I could hear them out because I'm obligated to be. Oh no, you're just dealing with some fucking assholes. And that's why today I was telling people all types of shut the fuck up and fuck offs. I don't give a shit anymore. I'm tired of it. Just tired of it. I'm tired of it. Communities, the people who act like communities. Family, the people who act like families. Motherfucking trolls ain't shit to me. And they ain't fucking nobody to me. So yeah, you know, ready to curse motherfuckers out. What's the problem? What seems to be the issue? Motherfuckers want to come at me, like I'm gonna tell them, you know. So and then again with Nate, like Nate tried to call me out, like telling me to calm down. Again, Nate, like, bro, I got my big boy pants on, but if you got your pants on too, if you got your big boy pants on too, how you not notice that that's the type of shit, that's the exact problem we calling out? I call out problematic behavior in our community and I get attacked for it. You tell me to chill out. You just literally reified the abuse I'm taking right now. Rather than saying, hey, lay off the guy, or just a blanket chill the fuck out or whatever. He just happens to single me out as though he's just not aware of how that's exactly the problem. The singling out of people who are trying to call out the people who need to be fucking called out. And then y'all don't have nothing to say to the motherfuckers who are actually the problem. Your allegiances are clear to me. Actions speak louder than words. And I'm tired of giving people the benefit of doubt who just haven't done anything to demonstrate that they deserve it. So y'all gonna have to excuse me. You know, a lot of this is really an apology to the people I'm friends with in this community. I understand I don't like a lot of the people y'all probably like. I'm not friends with a lot of people y'all think are probably friendly. I don't really hold a lot of these content creators and channels in the same high regard that you probably do. So I hope you'll forgive me. But my perspective is that this community is just kind of toxic, and very few people are willing to do anything about it. And so I don't think we can hope for a better culture, for lack of a better way to put it, as long as we're, you know, going to keep those particular spaces central to what we're trying to accomplish out here. Very clearly not about that. And to be honest with you, it's really why I'm so happy about a space like Gather, where it can be really controlled, where it's not public, where we have, you know, password protected access to it. Because I think the problem for so many of us is we, for lack of a better way to put it, like, don't run off at me for saying this, but like, we're hooked on YouTube, for better or worse. And I don't mean that in a derisive way, but I just mean for a lot of us, YouTube is where we socialize with our people. Like the one thing I love about my motorcycle club, right, is that we're a GTA motorcycle club. So the only thing you ever really have to do to get with the club is play GTA. You know, sometimes you really want to play GTA. Sometimes you're really not that crazy about it. But, you know, it just is what it is, right? That's the basis of it. So that's where you have to go. And so because of that, we always have an open PlayStation party. You can always get in on the PlayStation and just kick it in the party. Even if you're playing other games, working, doing other things in life, you can always just hop in the PlayStation party, chill with the gang, even if you're not on the game. For us, we're kind of like a club where somebody's got to kind of be live on YouTube for us to interact with each other synchronously. You know, we could do the comment section thing, and some of us, you know, got to know each other more in some of those feed discourses. We do a little bit of social media, but it's something different about the sort of real-time interactions that we get in like a live chat. But again, I'll be thinking about the consequences of this for our social growth a lot, because it's like somebody has to be live for us to get together. And if the person that's live, like if somebody's just live for us for 4 hours, you know, it might not be a whole lot of options that we have at that moment. They might literally be the only person out here that's in our community that we all know of that's live. So then everybody's going to be there. But even if not, then it might only be like 2 or 3 options if they're not, you know, most of the time we in a fucking desert. Most of the time nobody's live. So then a lot of times only one person's live. But most times there's no more than 3 to 4 people where you can expect, you know, enough of your community is going to go and be live at any time. So then there's a lot of times where, you know, we're watching somebody for half a fucking day or some shit that we really don't even like that much. And I'm not trying to say that that's, you know, like the case with anybody in particular. It's just the case in general with a lot of people, right? I'm thinking of myself, like I spend a lot of time on channels that I don't like the content that much. Like I'm really not here. I really didn't wake up, you know, on a Saturday or whatever and be like, oh yeah, I would love to be talking about moral dualism, you know, for 4 hours today, right? Like, I don't think that's fun. I'm not really into that. You see what I'm saying? But if I notice somebody's live, and it could be somebody I like personally, like, you know, like Lance is a great example. I really like Lance. Like we were saying this earlier, I really like Lance, but I'm Lance Bush. I think he's wonderful, right? But I'm not a big philosophy person. So I really enjoy Lance's stream, but there's gonna be a lot of times I wouldn't really want to fucking sit around and talk about philosophy for 3 hours. But I think that's where I'm most likely to bump into my people. You know? And then there's a lot of channels that it's not just, you know, sometimes that's on a good day, right? That's just content you might not be that into, but hey, at least your community's there and the chat's cool. But it's a lot of times like this where, like, I don't know, like I felt like we were actually having a lot of fun on Nate's stream, and then I felt like Doug showed up, brought out the just changed the whole thing, and it's like that. And then when it's off regulated, like I complained about this with Richard Madsen and even Gur's stream, where some of these streams, it's like the chat community is not really that great, right? Or not the type of thing I'm vibing with on a particular day, maybe to put it a different way. And so that can be incredibly frustrating. And yeah, it's days like that I'm really grateful for something like Gather, and I really hope it continues to grow and that more people from our community join it. I am really restrictive about it, right? Because it's been so great for us. It's like I won't let everybody join it. And I'll tell you that right now, because it's something for people that we know and they're actually part of our community, and it's kind of like we want people to be there that we know, that we get along with, because otherwise then it's not as much of a safe space for us as we'd like it to be, which is why I really like having the cafe in the guest room where anybody can join us. But it's just really nice because we can just watch shows together or hang out or be in the office or just kick it and just chill or just be gaming. And I don't know, like, it's really nice to have the friends in the community, but not have to deal with the toxic YouTube nonsense. I don't know any better way to put it, but and I'm not trying to blame any particular content creator. I don't think Nate did anything particularly egregious or whatever. It's just a thing with our culture. It's just like, I don't know, like yeah, I don't know. Like I said the same thing, right? Like trying to practice what I preach. I said the same thing. Like I have to be much more active as a moderator and really try to identify, okay, like so and so is really just, not helpful, right? They got to go. Like I don't know, it's weird. But I do also think I got to just stay away from certain communities. Like a lot of it, man, it comes back to exposure by association. It's so true. And here's the full deal with that. I've been thinking about this. Part of the consequence of exposure by association is people not feeling comfortable being around certain people that are associated with other personalities. A very plain way of putting it is I might not be friends with people because they're friends with somebody I don't like. Straight up. I'm going to put it to you just like that. I might not be friends with somebody because they're friends with somebody I don't like. And I think that's a reality to me of exposure by association. It's not me saying I'm trying to punish you because I don't like you, because you did something I'm pissed off about. It's not that. It's just the reality of I might not want to hang out with you because hanging out with you reminds me of something very uncomfortable for me. And you're cool with it. Like you're cool with it. And I'm not, you know what I mean? And at some point we all got to set our own boundaries and we got to listen to ourselves. And like it's a thing that I feel like I don't want to say re-traumatizes me. I know that sounds very dramatic, but it feels like that's the appropriate term. I dealt with a lot of traumatic experience where, like I said, being the only black kid, I had to deal with a lot of bigoted behavior, But I couldn't really safely build community away from it because the ties were too interlinked, right? I couldn't have my own friendship group without it overlapping with the friendship group of the people that were bullying me. And it became really important as I grew older into my adult years. That was like a boundary I had for myself. Like, I don't have to do that shit no more. Like, and for the most part, I really don't have to do that shit no more. Like, I don't have, outside of this YouTube space, I don't really keep a lot of friends with people who keep a lot of bigoted friends. Like, I just don't. Like, and if I have associations with people like that, they're very limited, right? They're like, oh, so-and-so, has some Trumpy friends, they might be somebody that goes to the church I play at, so we're cool, but like, I ain't calling that motherfucker anytime soon. Like, but that's, to me, like, what I mean by exposure by association. It's like, that's the consequences. Sometimes people are just turned off to you. They're just like, oh, yeah, but you're still friends with that loser. And like, I don't really want to hang out with his friends anymore. Like, like, call me a snob, call me whatever you want. But like, y'all, it's just, it throws off my vibe. Like, it's just like, I'm not about that. And so now I'm just taking it upon myself to just remove myself from those channels, remove myself from those conversations, block those people when I see them in my live chat. But that's why you don't see me out everywhere. Especially me, because I have some kind of reputation now. It is whatever it is to whoever it is. But there are a lot of people who feel some type of way about me. So when they see me in a live chat or they see me in a stream, they're gonna come at me, whatever, that's fine. I'm a known entity in this neighborhood, I guess, to some extent. But that doesn't mean I have to deal with it, right? It's kind of like, Derek. I've learned a lot from Derek. Derek's super cool, super helpful. But the one thing I've noticed, and we've had, brief little conversations about, is he has to be strategic about how he engages in a particular chat, right? Because people know who he is. So if he comes through a particular chat, starts having a conversation, and then he dips, people are going to notice that. And they may make something of it, even if it's just he's trying to, wash the fucking dishes or something while he's listening to his stream. Or, people might start going off on him and then becomes a distraction. So he has to be mindful of that thing, which is why I'm always happy when we see him in chat, if he's got a little time or drops us a message or shows us some love. But I appreciate it because I think it shows that the efforts we've made to try to make him and other people comfortable here, to some extent is effective, and they feel comfortable here, which is why I always tell people, like, when he first started coming through, and other people, I say, don't forget that they have a right to just watch YouTube. And sometimes they just want to be, people that find content they like, they find a new channel they like, they just want to pop their head in and say hi or a couple things in the chat and go on about their day, right? And, we don't want to, I feel like we're obligating them to more than that. But yeah, I'm realizing the same thing where, I might feel more comfortable on James's channel or, Answers in Atheism or something like that, where you know, like I feel more like they're gonna keep a grip on things, and you know, we're gonna kind of see things, you know, in some of the same ways, and we're gonna try to, you know, hold people to a certain standard. I know that sounds very um, insular, like I'm trying to have an echo chamber, like, oh, if I agree with you already and we're close, then I think you're great, and if you're not, but look, it's like what I'm really trying to say, and it's unfortunate that I have to even draw it out this much, but again, it's like we live in this toxic ass community. People gonna take what I try to say and twist it. It's like dealing with the motherfucking police. Literally, that's what it feels like when you're dealing with you're dealing with the police. Anything you say can and will be used against you. But what I'm really saying is, I'm disappointed that a lot of these discussions in our community aren't the safe spaces I think they really need to be. And at the end of the day, you don't control that. So I think everybody does their own self-filtering, and then you're going to engage in interact in the places where you feel welcome and safe. And again, what seems to be the problem, right? Like, that seems pretty obvious. The consequence of it that I realized is there just might be some times where I want to interact in a particular chat, but I don't, or I keep my interactions limited, because a lot of times I feel suckered into a chat because my friends are there. You know, I go somewhere and I see my names popping up, and I just instinctually start popping off in the chat and just start going in because I see my people, and that's just what I've become conditioned to be like on YouTube, right? Like, you show up to the bar, you grab your drink or whatever, you start chit-chatting with the crew. And I feel like I'm doing that. Y'all know me. I'm just being me. Like, I'm not interacting on this channel way different than I would interact over here. I'm just being who I am. Like, and I am where I'm at with certain people. Certain people and I don't get along. You know what I'm saying? And it's been that way. So, you know, for the most part, I leave them alone. Like, I don't know why they don't leave me alone, right? That's the thing I really don't understand. It's like, motherfuckers don't leave me alone. Like, Jerome's perfect example. Peter W's perfect example. These motherfuckers know I don't like them. I've made it very clear. I've called them out. I've explained the why to them multiple times. I've explained it to y'all. So then don't come at me. But they can't. They always got to poke at me. Well, then what the fuck you think this is, nigga? You think I'm not grown? You think I can't come back at you? You want to pop off in a live chat, nigga? You think I can't type? You know what I mean? So sometimes if people want to smoke, sometimes fine, fuck you. I don't like you. I don't, you know what I'm saying? People like, you know what I mean? Like, when you don't like somebody, you don't mind bringing them to fucking smoke. Like, I genuinely don't like these people, y'all. So I'm like, man, I just got to dip, because people don't understand. Like, I'm not going to be nice to these motherfuckers. I'm not going to back off. Why should I? I have no reason to. Tell that motherfucker to leave me alone. That's literally, if you go back and look at that chat, that's literally repeatedly to what I kept saying. Just leave me alone, bro. Fuck off. This ain't got shit to do with you. Like, you're just being offensive. You ain't got nothing to say, then fuck off. So, but yeah, man, we're having a good time. I'm gonna get ready to wrap this on up. The Royal Rumble starts at 8. Trying to relax. Damn, James, I'm glad you got some work shit done, man. But yeah, we gotta go over to the we're going over to the arena. The arena is in the Olympic Park. Let me show y'all how to get over there. All right, so what you do is you log in. Let's say you're at the which one do you log in through? You log in through the ranch. You can log in through the Myron games if you have access, but if not, I'll show you how to get there from the ranch. You normally get there through the ranch because it doesn't have its own password. Your ranch, you go out of the office. This is where you come in if you're new. And then you go over the bridge, the one all the way to the left that says Olympic Park. Yes, sports stuff. It's where we do sports stuff. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Boom. All right, that's where I'm going to be doing my commentary. But I'll show you how to get in here. All right, so when you first load in, you'll be here. When you first come across the bridge, you'll be here. That's how you get back to the ranch. So you come over here. It says arena. Easy to find. Go in here. And there you go. You can sit ringside and watch the pay-per-view. Or you can sit in one of these little private booths. Don't go in the ring. Myron Bot will be in the ring doing the pay-per-view. That's the stage. Or you come over to the bar area, where a lot of the gang will probably hang out. And then I'll be over here doing commentary, hopefully with Wayne or whoever wants to join me and actually call the matches. All right, so that is where we'll be. Come link up with us here. We're going to have super funds. Royal Rumble time. Let's get it. I don't want to be late. I don't want to miss it. Yeah. Yo, James, I heard he has some serious consequence burgers, my guy. Yeah, man. It's good to see that he got called out and held accountable for that. Especially because he's doubled down all the way since, right? All the way since, like, never really any true remorse or repentance. That was another thing that I should mention before I close the stream, was that actually is what pissed me off about the whole thing with Doug, too. Doug showed up to basically undermine the entire point of Nathan's stream. Like, Nathan was really there, like, calling this out, pointing out all the problems with it, you know, pointing out how good it was that he got his just desserts. PineCreek literally came up in there with, again, what I don't know how to interpret as any way other than some sort of like pro-misogyny gaslighting. He was literally like, oh, first off, he comes through like, well, I missed this whole thing. I don't know what happened. You know, can y'all catch me up type shit? Like, no, this is such bullshit. It's like on us to explain to them, and then whatever the inadequacies of our explanation are gives them license to misrepresent the entire situation, which is why I try not to fall for that give me the receipts bullshit. But then he's sitting there talking about like, oh, from what I hear, it's not like he was actually saying that you know, people value her scholarship because she's attractive. It's as though he's claiming the attractiveness is the reason for her popularity. And then he was doubling down on the whole, like, why the BBC schedules her so much thing, being she's attractive, like, as though that's her fault. And then even bringing up how, like, I guess she's, like, maybe Derek's most popular live or one of Derek's most popular lives. And again, like, meanwhile, everybody's calling me out for being too sensitive for calling Doug out. but not Doug's insensitive bullshit in the moment. He was literally in the live chat undermining the shit the whole live stream was about, and the only people calling it out was like me and fucking YouTube Punk and Kip Davis. But again, it's like nobody notices out here. Nobody notices out here. I think Lena was in there too, and Stupid Poor Energy. But y'all know it's the same people that's always calling fuck faces like that out. Yeah, exactly. Carrie said in the gather, when you do shameful shit, expect to have it called out. He was really saying that there's no value to her scholarship and she is riding a career track only as a pretty lady and inferring women in general have nothing great to offer the academic world. Yeah, he literally said scholarship vibe boob size. How is that anywhat incidental? Yeah, he asked what was going on, and then a bit later said he had looked up Derek's most popular live. Again, yes, because he can't go out of his way to figure out what the fuck is up, but he can go out of his way to poke holes, to poke at the bear. And people people that don't notice. So again, like, I'm gonna just put it like this. It really undermines the anti-misogynist nature and tone of your live stream when you let your homeboy / mentor come through and literally gaslight your anti-misogyny points. And you don't say shit. But again, you had time to call me out. Just ridiculous. Anyway, I ain't gonna miss my wrestling for this shit. Come link up with us in the arena. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. We'll see you next time. Don't forget, tomorrow, 1 p.m., the Blackout, and at 3:30 p.m., Hot Program with Uncle Bobby. See you then. In the name of the Darwin, the Dawkins, and the Christopher Hitchens, science bless you all. Poof!
Zach? Why she wanna leave me alone? Saying all I do is wrong. No rights when they been left turns. Playing that she gotta let it burn. Saying that the house not a home. Sunshine cause you heard it all before. Sometimes she don't wanna be alone. Most times she don't want me gone. She don't know I try my all. She don't know I sprung in the sun, but I'm going in the winter, so we good to the fall. Remember how I told you I get it and I win. Now I'm got it, you ain't answering my call. Wonder if I've been moving too strong. Maybe I just been moving too boss. Really hate when the feeling get lost. Nowadays she just dodge my calls. In the game throwing laws like Paul. Young legend Miss John like Wall. And I wish you never met like Call. Thick game lay it down like Law. Made plans but you canceled them all. I was just trying to splurge in the mall. Now I'm home stacking bread till you call. It's time to roll.